And new at 6, Illinois Mavis swift water, flood, search, and rescue teams are on the ground, providing much needed assistance in those efforts. And Charles Gross from Task Force 1 is joining us live from Asheville, North Carolina. Charles, I know this is a chaotic and busy time, so we're grateful to have you with us. I understand you just returned from a search operation. What can you tell us about how that went for you?
Yeah, currently our search operation is going through heavy debris fields and working with the local fire department of Fairview to find targeted areas and working with our canine handlers and the dogs. And we're also working with heavy machinery to get through a lot of the damaged areas, which is immense.
I'm guessing you're kind of at an operations center right now. Tell us about the specific challenges your team is encountering, the flooded roads, the washed out roads. Tell us how you're managing that.
Yeah, it's very difficult. The infrastructure is completely damaged around here. Many of the roads are completely washed out, so some of our travel time is extensive going around different areas. The first day that we were here right before the storm. Our team, rescued 19 people during the aftermath of the hurricane. And within that time and the heavy storm and all of the water coming down, is that it was very difficult to find locations to get to people. And we had to turn around numerous times just to get to one location because of the flood and the damaged roads.
In the days that you have been there, how would you describe how the floodwaters have receded?
They receded pretty quickly, but the amount of water that came so fast, there was times we talking to individuals, they said that the water came up 15 feet in 30 minutes. And it was unbelievable how fast this came. So the water stayed for quite a while and created so much damage. But after now it's down, receded down, and now it's the after effect of actually going through and trying to locate individuals that are missing.
So tell me how that's going. I know officials have said there are a lot of people that are unaccounted for. They kind of assume and hope that they're okay, just not able to communicate because of internet and cell phone lines that are down here. But what is your thinking, assessment about the survivors still at this point?
Yeah, there's still possibly survivors out there. There's been numerous times when we've had to cut trees going for about 3.5 hours just to get to an individual up in the mountains. So there's definitely areas that possibly people can be alive, and just getting in contact with them, like you stated, is that there's no cell service, there's no water, there's no electricity. So people are completely cut off from the outside world and unable to get in contact with anybody. So we're working diligently to get to every home and to account for every single person in the community at this time, working with numerous FEMA teams.
Yeah, you talked about what it's like to try to clear roads to get to the people in need. I know the National Guard is also doing that work. Can you talk about the work that FEMA and the federal government has been doing in the specific areas where you guys are?
Yeah, specifically, we're working hand in hand with some of the National Guard. Just this afternoon, they were working hand in hand with us as we worked with the heavy machinery operators from local businesses around here and also our canines. But the military vehicles and the first few days of the heavy water, we utilize them on a regular basis because of their high water vehicles. So the presence of the military and the National Guard is pretty well here. So we're actually working hand in hand with them along with the other FEMA teams.
I know you said 19 people were rescued there by your team. Can you just share with us like the personal sides of their stories and what it's like for them to finally get the help that they've been, praying and waiting for?
Yeah, that was a very special circumstance. We were just driving down the road when somebody hailed the whole convoy and said people were stuck and screaming for help. And the team quickly jumped into action. They launched the boats. They were taking people off of houses, out of trees, and people were shaking and completely hypothermic because they've been in the water for quite a while. One of the individuals, the first individuals that we rescued, he actually watched his father get swept away in the water. And I don't believe he's accounted for yet. But they were very thankful, and we were very happy to be there at that specific time to rescue those individuals.
Just specifics about the number of people in your team and how they are able to, are they getting the rest that they need? Are they getting the rest and sustenance that they need to keep doing this really important work?
Yeah, the guys that are on this team are real special guys. They're full-time firemen in their communities. We have 9 different departments represented here on the Illinois Task Force 1, and the guys are getting rest in the evenings. The first 4 days we were working around the clock where we would respond in the middle of the night because of emergencies. But now that we've gone into a little bit of a slower operation, more methodical operation, now we're able to actually work during the days, and then in the evenings we can actually kind of relax and we can get something to eat and we can actually sleep through the night. So the guys are getting much needed rest.
I mean, we've talked about how devastating this storm has been historically. Can you put it in comparison to some other events that you've had to respond to?
Out of all of the hurricanes that I've just responded to, this is by far the worst, and that goes all the way back to Katrina. Is that the fire devastation that has been created down here is something that's unimaginable. Talking to individuals down here, the amount of water that they experienced was something they've never experienced in the past. But personally, for myself, I've never seen devastation like this in my career.
Well, how much longer do you think you'll be there, Charles?
It's looking like we're being tasked to be here till about Wednesday, and then we're going to demobilize and then be heading back home. So we still have a handful of days, so hopefully we can affect some rescues and possibly help out a handful of individuals and make things a little bit better for them.
Well, Godspeed to you and your team. Thank you for taking the time to be with us, and you take care.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Okay.